Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use our form builder function. With this function you can create awesome questionnaires and contact forms. So we are going to drag this icon into demo cloud and create form builder function. We'll leave it with new form name. Now that it's created, we can go into the demo cloud menu and you can see that here's our form. First thing you could do is click the edit button. Here you can rename the form, and also you can set if you want to use a CAPTCHA or not before sending the form. This is good if you want to filter spam, but if you require the user to be logged in order to fill out your form, then they will not be required to use CAPTCHA anyway. Here you can give a description of the form, maybe set some requirements so that people know what they're going to be asked before they start filling out your form. And in settings, you can set the form to be published or not, same as content pages. The display settings are also same. What's different is you have an email to field. If you want to be notified by email about someone filling out your form, you can write your email address here and you will be notified when someone submitted the form. Also, if you ask for a user's email address, they can also be sent a notification when they have submitted your form. With this drop down, you can choose which email field you want to send the notification to in case you're asking for more than one email address on your form. You can also create a thank you page. All you have to do is write the URL here of the page that you have created, and when someone submits the form information, they will be automatically redirected to this page. So let's get back. Now we're going to start designing a form. All you have to do is click edit form, and as you can see, there are a few icons here. These represent each type of field that you can create. It works fairly simply. All you have to do is click on one of these icons and drag it between the dotted lines. And then here you can give a name to your field, write a tooltip which will display if a user draws their mouse over the field, and then a small balloon will shown above the field which gives them the information you type here. For example, please only choose form. This is a required field and we allow a maximum of 1 choices. And I'll get back to settings later. On the options tab, you can give the choices for the user. So red, green, and yellow. Click add again and then click save. As you can see, now we have the 3 choices here. You can also insert a date chooser. Let's say birthday. You can also have some extra settings with default value that you'd like to display. The earliest date that is possible to be chosen and the latest date that can be chosen. When you're done, click save. And we also have that field here. This is the same except it involves time as well. With this field, you can ask for email address from your users. This works very similar to a single line text field, except that it will check if the email address is in the correct format. With this field, you can ask for users to upload a file. For example, you could use this as a way of gathering applicants for a job, and you can ask to upload their CV through this. CV. And you can limit the file types that can be uploaded to your system here. For example, now we'll only allow them to upload a PDF file. And click Save. And with this, you can ask for your users to enter a number. For example, how tall are you? Please define in centimeters. And then click Save. This is a radio button, which is very similar to a checkbox, but here by default you can only choose one answer. Which job are you applying to? Required, and then we'll go to options and we'll give some choices. HR assistant, marketing manager, add, and then click Save. The next is the multi-select group, which works the same as a checkbox, but it just displays differently. You can change it to display as multi-select. And here you can see now you have a box firmware, they can select the answers. And the single select works on the same logic as the radio buttons. You can also change it to display in single select, click Save, and you can see that they have a choice from the drop-down menu. This is a single line text field. It's quite simple and easy to grasp. It's just a field where people can input text on a single line, and this is a field where they can input many lines of text. And here you can actually define how many characters they can input, let's say for example 256, and then when it reaches the maximum number of characters, they won't be able to write any longer. With this field type, you can ask your users to enter a URL, and just like in the email field, it will check if the URL is in a correct format. So, as you can see, the field has been created, and there's one final type which is not actually a field, but you can group fields with this. It's called section. What you can do is drag it into the site, create a label for it, for example, personal information, click Save, and you can see it's being created here. And what you can do is organize your fields with this. So for example, we're going to drag all the questions that are personal into the personal information field. And you can see you can quite easily group your fields with this. The only thing you should know about this is that you cannot drag. As you can see, there's no icon to drag the field, the section. All you can do is drag fields into it or outside of it, so you can rearrange your stuff like this. So let's save our answer, save our form, and check it out. So you can see we have the date chooser for birthday. I can set how tall I am, in centimeters. We have written in the tooltip. I am 175. My name is Steven. I want to choose red. And my email address, see, is in an invalid format. See, now it's okay. I'm applying to an HR assistant job, and that is an invalid URL, so again, we are warned, and we're done. Our form was sent successfully. Now, as you remember, I skipped one tab every time, the settings tab, so now I'll show you how that works. For example, if you would like comments field to only display if the person chooses HR assistant from this field, then we can go to settings, display if, which job are you applying to is HR assistant. Click save. Now if we go back to the form, if we choose marketing manager, it's not there. If we choose HR assistant, it's there. Once you have some users filling in your form, you can check your answers here. Check the date and the number of fields that the person has answered, and then you can check the details here. And you can also export your answers into a CSV file, so you can create statistics, for example, from Questionnaire. I hope you liked today's tutorial. I hope to see you back later. Bye bye.